How and when did you started playing golf?
I think I was 12 or 13 years old, and I had gone. My first camp was in Eagleton with Mr. Vijay Devecha, and I used to actually go. I was a very avid horse rider, and one day, my brother and my dad came back home from KGA, telling everyone of these stories of how they made birdies and pars, and I just wanted to be part of the story, so I joined them, and I had to give up riding, even cricket, tennis, karate, swimming, football, to pursue golf, and I'm glad I did that.
Okay. And how were your early years in the sport?
I was never really a good junior. I mean, I was always top 10, but I wasn't top 2 or top 3, or the best. But come amateur time, I worked on my game. I got a little wiser. I got stronger. I understood my game better. And then I finished the year off as number one amateur in 2014. And then 2015, I turned pro. And yeah, so as a junior, I wasn't like anything special. I just worked hard and kept at it.
Okay, how was your first year as a pro?
It was really good. In fact, I won twice in my rookie year. I got Emerging Player of the Year. I finished, I think, fourth or fifth on the Aura Merit that year, and I couldn't have asked for a better start to my pro career.
And when you won three times on the tour, what
Uh-huh.
kept you to yourself and to stay motivated and kept on winning for three times?
Honestly, I wasn't focusing on winning 3 or 4 times in a row. I was just treating each shot for what it was. If it's a 6 foot putt for birdie or par, it still remains a 6 foot putt, right? So I was just taking it one shot at a time, to be honest.
Okay, and how difficult it was that when your ranking got low and at that time tournaments were not played. So how you stayed focused and by luck or by God's grace you got a chance to play at the Olympics.
Yeah, it was definitely a mix of my sort of performances in tournaments leading up to the Olympics, and God's grace. I mean, it had to be both. But at that time, it seemed like I need some divine intervention for me to get in, and it happened, and I was lucky enough to play the Olympics and call myself an Olympian. I think you need breaks, and from time to time, all of us get them.
How was the experience at Olympics?
It was very different. I won't lie. It was something that I've never experienced before. Playing and conversing and rubbing shoulders with the best players in the world. I got to see a different side of the game, and in fact, I started working in a way where I wanted to hit the ball like them or think like them, and I wasn't being myself. So it took me a month and a half just to get out of that zone and start focusing on what I need to do to play my best. And I'm glad I came out of that. That experience was very different, and it's quite motivating as well.
And talking about your performance in that Olympics, you started with a off round at a 76, I think. Then you made a strong comeback in the remaining days.
Yeah, I think the first day, granted, I was nervous, but I was still 2 under through 9 holes or something like that, or 2 under through 8, something like that. And I had a good round going, but the rain delay came along, and that sort of put me off course. And not making excuses, that's not an excuse because everyone else sort of managed good rounds after that. I guess that's something for me to learn from, and I have.
And earlier you were playing at the Asian Development Tour. So are you still playing at that, or are you full time on the Asian Tour?
Well, right now the Asian Tour has just resumed, and there's no news of Asian Development Tour. If they have tournaments, I'd be more than happy to go and play, because it's another opportunity to improve and get some world ranking points, and it's good competition out there, and on very good courses.
Okay, and which is your favorite golf course in India?
It's a tie, I think, between Kalhar and KGA. I do enjoy Golmuri as well because like it's a very good sort of confidence booster kind of course. But I would say my top two have to be KGA and Kalaria.
And outside India?
Royal Melbourne.
Okay, and how much of your sponsors supported you during this pandemic and the Olympics, everything?
I think thanks to the Olympics, I have gotten two new sponsors on board. One is Bridgestone and the other one's Punchshield right here. And a big shout out to them. Thank you for your support and believing in me and being associated with me. And I get to be associated with someone like them, both the sponsors. And AVT, of course, is always God sent. I'm very, very thankful to Dilip Thomas. And, they've been with me for 5 years now. And that kind of support is monumental in any sportsman's career.
How is this season going on?
This season's good. In fact, we what PGT has done is they've merged 2020 and the 2021 season. Right now, I'm third on the merit list. I've got 3 victories to my name in these 2 years, and so there are no complaints from this year. Obviously, I do want to get better, faster, but I just have to, not fall in that trap of immediacy and just sort of keep plotting my way along and doing my work.
Last question: what are your aims and dreams for next season?
Uh, I think it's a good question because I haven't really thought about my goals for next season. It'll happen probably around New Year's or just after New Year's. But I would like to get full playing status on other tours as well. And the way I get there is by doing my work and getting better at every step of the way. And I think the immediate goal would be my fitness and my diet. So I got to take care of those things, and then everything else will fall in place.